Hi, everyone. Welcome wherever you may be joining us from. We're here to talk about a topic today called natural nutrition and the autism spectrum. My name's Lori Connell, and I'm a founding 5K brand advocate with Modexus. And I'm hosting this interview today because of the incredible results that we have found with my son on the autism spectrum. And joining me here today is the founder of our Product Research Council, Dr. Charles Rouse. For those of you who do not know Dr. Rouse, he is a doctor of natural medicine, a registered pharmacist and pharmacologist. He resides in Albany, Georgia, where he has his own shop called The Medicine Shop, and he's also known as the Medicine Man. And in my opinion, I think he is the world's best product formulator, and we're just so blessed that he's called Modexus his home. So Dr. Rouse, how are you today?
Woo, better than good. And I wish I was down there in that sunny Florida, out in that beautiful that backyard there. That's a good looking site you got there. And Laurie, we really appreciate you. And behind the scenes, everybody, that's Christian Potter back there, and we wouldn't be on here if it wasn't for him. So let me say thank you to all of you that are making this possible.
Yeah, well, I'm going to start with our first question for you to launch off, and that is, what is the autism spectrum and what needs to be corrected nutritionally to help our children lead their best lives?
You know, autism and autism spectrum and Asperger, all of those together, for years they thought it was just genetic, and we found out that just was not so. It has everything to do with the immune system. And whenever you overload an immune system, whenever you tax the immune system, whenever you make the immune system of a little baby become discombobulated, it's a wild ride, a very difficult time. And these little babies, they start out so young today. And Lori, I'm not real sure about how many vaccinations they start giving kids, but I'm talking about diphtheria, measles, mumps, rubella, tetanus, pertussis, hepatitis, polio, Haemophilus influenza, pneumococcal, flu shot. Look at here. Body can't take it. And they give it to a little child, not one dose, not two doses. Many of these same shots, 3 times, 3 times, 3 times, 3 times. And by the time a child is 3 years old, they have had more toxic chemistry inducted into their immune system. Next thing you know, it's a neurological aspect. It's a immunological aspect. And then the little child starts growing. And yeah, we live in a world that has pesticides and herbicides and mercury contamination and lead contamination, and all these things come together. And the first thing a mother notices is that my child is getting too many colds and too many sicknesses. And next thing you know, their personality changes. Most of them with autism or autism spectrum, or the Asperger in particular, they withdraw. The child is more just wanting to be secluded. They resist cuddling. They don't like that special closeness. They start lacking in language skills. Their eye contact, they're not going to look you in the eye, no. And so their relationship of development is beginning to wane. And then you notice in a child, they may start doing repetitive motions. Some they can actually literally physically raise their hand like that hours on end. You try it and you'd be so dog tired, you say, oh my. And yet they have the strength to do it. And then they'll start repeating words or into their routine. They don't like different things. They want everything to be on the same pattern. And they get very preoccupied with light and motion. I mean, you can give an autistic child some of these video apparatuses, and they're just mesmerized by it. But what's going on? What's going on? Well, in the immune system, and it's a great immune system that God created, but we've overtaxed their immune system and we made it dysfunctional. And the greater portion of the immune system operates out of the GI tract, the gastrointestinal. So yeah, it's neurological, it's immunological, it's gastrointestinal. And when the gastrointestinal doesn't have the function to build the chemistry that the brain needs. Did you know that the neurotransmitters like the serotonin and the dopamine, the things that your brain becomes very focused with and very astute with, they're built in the gastrointestinal tract. And because that is such a inflamed, difficult, dysfunctional area with an immune system that's not operating, these children are just special. And the nice thing about it is that it's not nearly what they thought it was in the genetic phase as much as it is in the toxicological phase. I just read just this week where a major autism society is suing CDC Atlanta because did you know they put up on their website, they had the audacity to put up on their website that vaccinations have no connection whatsoever with immune difficulties in children. I beg your pardon, sir, because even with the coronavirus, we've learned a lot about vaccines that a lot of people are beginning to take a notice. But anyhow, I'm a pharmacist, a pharmacologist. I study the physiology and I look for the welfare of our patients. And when it comes to specifically working with nutritionals, believe me, when we started putting the best of the best together for Modexus, we knew that not only did it need glutathione, now hold that word over there because it is exceedingly important, glutathione. Well, remember, the gastrointestinal is a major part of this. So in the Lonicera Longevity, that's the Modexus product that is glutathione rich. We put xylifos in there, which is liver connected to the pancreas, connected to the bile flow, and all of that is regulating the gastrointestinal health. So here comes the nutritional product that didn't just put a smidgen of glutathione in there. It put all of the major molecules that we needed. And we found that autistic children need a minimum of 1,000 milligrams, a minimum of 1,000 milligrams a day. We're finding in autistic research that every single child with autistic spectrum, Asperger or autism is majorly glutathione deficient. Glutathione is the 3 amino acid molecule that's in every cell of the human body to detox the cells. And the major amino acid that is in the Lonicera Longevity, in the glutathione, is glycine, Glycine. Now, we knew that glycine was important, but you see, Dr. Charlie, he's a pharmacologist, and he studies ratio and proportion, milligrams and things. And he knew that in an autistic child, methylation, the detox phase 1, phase 2, the methylation portion of the autistic child is always flat. And if you don't take the methylation process and build it back up, they can't oxygenate the cells properly. They can't get rid of the pesticide, the herbicide, the mercury, the lead, the stuff that's in there. But what they found, and the latest research is really neat, there are pathways that the body uses to clean the colon, clean the liver, clean the blood. And in that pathway, the receptor site is called the P450. But in order to get there, you got to go down the highway. It's called the 2D6 highway. P450 2D6 pathway. So Dr. Charlie comes along and he knows all of that. And he says, let me build the perfect nutrition that'll make that highway get to where the P450 receptor site is. And we did it. We did it with the Lonicera Longevity, the power of the silifos, amazing nutrition to come into play. And then we knew that every single autistic child is exceedingly mineral deficient. And so we go over here and we look for the best of the best. We find it in the plants, and we bring in this plant technology that gives us 80 perfect sized ratio and proportion, absolute perfection minerals. Now we can give it to a child. And the next thing you know, their mineral deficiency is overcome. And now the lactic acid that builds up in an autistic child goes away. And now the 2D6 pathway is clear because glutathione is making the pathway come. Now I'm speaking a lot of technological because doctors listen to the Modexus website. We're not just talking vitamin supplements. We're talking world nutrition.
Yeah.
We're talking about cutting edge technology. We're talking about 2,000 or 3,000 different scientific researches that have already gone on, looking at the methylation, the phase 1, phase 2 detoxification, and zoom, there we are. Then we knew that, hey, these kids, they need the better help with their serotonin. And we knew that if we use the Bacopa and the GPC, the alpha GPC, the two technologies, which we put in a separate nutritional called LIFT, L-I-F-T. Lonicera Longevity is glutathione. LIFT is the GPC hyssop, what they need. And now we're fixing the synaptic membrane, because when the stomach, the colon, can build the neurotransmitters, the blood now is clean, methylation process is activated, everything can go to the brain like it's supposed to be. You know what?
Yeah.
We're seeing a difference. You just asked Laurie if that's not true.
Absolutely. And as a thinking mom, you're speaking my language. I have been at this for at least 10 years now, and I'm so incredibly grateful to Randy Anderson, who brought this to my attention, and Nancy Jelen too, for her incredible support. But when I first learned what was in the product, there was no hesitation for me. And then my son is now 14, and to see the incredible difference with his speech, his cognition, he's calmer. No impulsivity. He was a massive runner. I actually had to have a harness for him. It was that bad. He met all his goals for ABA therapy. We graduated. I have no therapy. So I have my life back. And I am just so thankful, because I just want to shout this from the rooftops. I feel like this is the best kept secret that nobody knows about. And glutathione, as you said, it's the body's master detoxifier. It's just huge. You know, the vitamin D3 that's in here, because our kids are deficient with that too. So my practitioners love it. They all were blown away by what they saw. So, but we see it. So I'm so thankful. Let me ask you one other question, Dr. Rouse. The right nutrition, purest quality, and a do no harm production commitment is key. Modexus, with a Modexus line of products, when used consistently over time, we are seeing heartwarming results. Can you tell us a little bit more?
Hey, and by the way, Modexus is very proud to be first to the world market. We've got 4 very exclusive world-class nutritions. Number one is Lonicera Longevity, and in that are berry, super berries. One is the Lonicera berry, one is the maquis berry, with the glutathione, with the silifos. It's a unique product that's designed to create phase 1, phase 2 detoxification, and better than that, to balance every immune system. And let me tell you, when you start looking at the T cells and the B cells, what I've learned in the COVID-19 coronavirus is that most people are definitely deficient when it comes to their immune system. Had their immune system been up and up, and I'm talking about with D3 and zinc and glutathione, which is all in, D3 and everything is all in Lonicera Longevity. Had the world market known what we know, there would have never been a need for a mask. There would have never been a need for a shot, because their immune system would have taken care of everything.
Absolutely.
Number 2 on the list is Lonicera, which is the berry, in a LIFT formula, L-I-F-T. And one of the ingredients in that L-I-F-T is teacrin, T-E-A-C-R-I-N. Neat thing about it, Laurie, it makes not only people have a better, sweeter mood, it gives them a motivation. And you talk about somebody special when they've got some gumption and some energy and some likability, and all of a sudden their personality is on the sweet side, and they got the want to be a part of everybody's life, and that's a neat thing. So we really appreciate it, LIFT. Number 3 on the list is Tranquility, which takes care of stress. And anybody who is conked out, stressed out, you know you can't sleep worth a flip. And Tranquility is going to give you a good night's sleep, a relaxation in the nervous system, so all that stress, anxiety, tension goes away. Hey, and one of the benefits of that, just relieving stress, better sleep, is the systolic and the diastolic, what we call blood pressure, starts looking better. And you know, even if you know somebody who takes a blood pressure pill, they can still take Tranquility, sleep good, stress less, and help their balance of their blood pressure. Number 4 to the market is really escalating to being the best nutritional in the world, because it's pain relieving. It's better than CBD, better than curcumin, better than frankincense, better than MSM. All of those things are fine and dandy, but we found the formula. We use four special herbs. It's gluten-free. It's it has no artificial anything. And let me tell you, 2 of those capsules, woo, pain relief, inflammation relief. And how many people do you know that take that sorry stuff like ibuprofen or acetaminophen? Those things toxically tax your body. So we're talking all natural. Anyhow, thank you, Laurie, for letting me share the Modexus story, because it is important to our autism spectrum, Asperger families, because I guarantee you that a clean, wholesome, nutritional way is the way to go. And mom and dad do not have to guess about it. There are no detrimental elements in any of our products.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Rouse, for sharing your wisdom with us. I'm so incredibly grateful for all of your products. The LIFT has actually helped my oldest son too. He's on AB honor roll now, so thanks to you for that. The Love the Brain nutrients and the Tranquility has helped them sleep. And it's just so amazing, the gains that we've had. I can't thank you enough. So I want to share this with my friends that have the autism spectrum, to know that we have something very special here at Modexus. So please get back with the person who shared this video with you, and we can provide all the free smart sheets for you to learn more. And I thank you again for sharing your knowledge and spending a little bit of time with us. So I hope you have a great day.
Bye-bye.